Good morning. So today is day three of my weight loss. I guess you're not supposed to say that. I guess you're supposed to say lifestyle change. I'm actually just trying to get healthy. Uh, first 2 days were fine. Ate fine. Just didn't get any exercise, but that's okay. Just got to keep that in front of my mind that that's part of the deal. Eating is the most important thing. I know that. I know way too much about this stuff. Sometimes that can be a detriment more than a helpful thing because I just keep telling myself I know what to do. But yeah, you can't outrun a cookie. So you could exercise all day and all night. If you don't eat right, you're not going to get healthy. Um, I think you have to run 3 miles to equal a donut or whatever it is. I used to know all those stats. I don't memorize them, but yeah, you got to eat right. And so yesterday, what did I do? I had fruit for breakfast. I'm a simple guy. Then I had vegetables for lunch, and then I had Thai food for dinner. Man, I was driving home, and I seen uh, O'Reilly's, and they had a sign that said two big Bufords for $6. And boy, my mind went directly there. Us fast food experts know that that Rallies is posed pretty much the most disgusting, gross place there is. So it's really good. It's really good. The grease, is ultimate there. Um, so it was. I just drove by, but the urge was there. Um, you know, we all know that food is just disgusting. That there's studies where they just leave the stuff out on the counter, and then like 6 months later, the food doesn't look any different than it did 6 months earlier. It might be a little harder or whatever, but it doesn't. It looks about the same. It's just gross stuff. It's like gas station pizza. God, you're eating it. You go, God, this stuff is really gross as the grease is running down your arm. But at the same time, you're thinking, man, this is good. But it's not. It's not good. It's horrible. It's horrible. Uh, you know, reason why I'm making videos and stuff is I'm just determined to do whatever it takes. Uh, I've done this kind of stuff in the past where I just put everything out online to hold myself accountable, to work against my pride and my ego and all that stuff. I figure if I'm putting myself out there, I'm hopefully less likely to go off the rails. That has been the case in the past, at least two other times. And then when I stopped doing the online stuff, I immediately gained the weight back. I really think this is mostly a mind game. It has very little to do with food. It has very little to do with cravings and stuff like that. Uh, it's all like emotional eating. Like this last time that I went off the rails, I blamed it on the blues. It was just too nerve wracking. You know, uh, when I went off the rails a couple years ago, it's almost been 2 years. I blamed it, on my mom dying. And I think sometimes, I could be pretty dense, and I think I could just handle stuff. And I thought maybe I could just handle my mom dying, but um, that wasn't the case. What I do with food is I use it as an emotional crutch. Uh, I eat due to emotions. If I have a bad day at work, I use that as an excuse to eat bad. If I have a good day at work, I might use that as an excuse to eat bad. The Blues going to the Stanley Cup, that's just too nerve wracking. I just got to eat bad. Um, whatever excuse I might have, it seems to have something to do with my emotions. Like my mom died, an emotional wreck, got to eat bad. You know, so I'm trying to replace that with something else, and this is part of that. Just doing whatever it takes to get back on track, to be healthy, eat right, exercise, enjoy life, because it is so much better when you're healthy.